Hello, and welcome to the Fall 2025 Scholastic Preview. Our picture book lineup is heartwarming, inspiring, adorable, and perfect for reading aloud. But the first book I want to spotlight is also perfect for laughing out loud. LOL is the second book in a hilarious new picture book series by award winning Australian duo Kate and Joel Temple. With vibrant, kid friendly illustrations by Rebel Challenger, this sequel to GOAT delivers big laughs and clever wordplay as it explores the question, what really makes you laugh out loud? Packed with funny acronyms and playful humor, it's a guaranteed giggle fest. Next up is The Fantastic Scary Shark. Edgar and Lotta are back in a Halloween themed follow up to Santa Shark and Pizza Shark. With laugh out loud moments and spooky silly fun, this trick or treat adventure is perfect for readers who prefer treats over tricks. Dive into this much anticipated underwater tale from New York Times bestselling creator Mike Lowry. And now, let's hear directly from our amazing authors and illustrators.
Hello, friends. This is Peter H. Reynolds, author and illustrator of books like Happy Dreamer and The Word Collector. This is Jerome. As you know, he loves to collect words, and his story in this book is not done because there's more to tell. Yeah, in The Gift of Words. Very, very excited that this new book featuring our friend Jerome, our word collector friend, certainly great for the holidays, but it's also a good reminder throughout the year that the best gift that we can give each other are kind words. And I think that the world right now needs a lot of love, and each of us can add that light and that love with our words. Jerome, being the word collector, he can inspire not only himself to give words, encouraging words, but the entire community. And that's what this book is about. The community coming together, gathering around, and using their powerful, positive words to make this world a better place.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tammy Charles, and I am the author of All Because You Matter, which is an affirmation of worth. We Are Here, which is a celebration of history. And book 3 in the series is entitled Together United, which is a proclamation for the future. The type of future where we celebrate our differences and honor our past and learn from it, while also uplifting those who will follow in our footsteps. My inspiration for this book was to write a love letter to all readers, especially young readers, to let them know that there is power in unity and there's power in coming together for the greater good.
The biggest thing that I was thinking about when I was approaching the text was it made me remember being a kid and going on a field trip to a planetarium where you see the universe in many different ways. You figure out where do I fit in this world? But then visually, you'll see the kids become giants, giant steps that the kids are taking. They're giants, they're walking in this universe. And I just wanted to play with those ideas visually.
I really hope that you enjoy reading Together United.
Hi everyone, I'm Christy Mandan, author and illustrator of the Millie Floor series, and I'm very excited to announce that I have a new Millie Floor book coming out soon called Millie Floor Saves the Night. If in book 1 the residents of Garden Glen were afraid of anything that was different, calling it poison, then in book 2 they are most certainly afraid of the dark, calling it dangerous. But Millie Floor is bold as ever in this next book. She's not afraid of the dark. In fact, she's friends with it, and she sets out on a mission to welcome the dark back to Garden Glen. This book examines our relationship with the dark and the language we use to describe it. It turns the notion that dark is bad and light is good on its head. My hope is that Millie Floor will once again encourage readers, young and old, to challenge their assumptions about the world around them and the language they use to describe it. And rather than fear darkness or try to squelch it, embrace it, appreciate it, celebrate it. Perhaps even turn out the light and see what wonders are waiting in the dark.
Hi everyone, my name is Aria and I wrote I Am Ingrid, The Adventures of the World's Greatest Sky Dog. And this is the real life story of Ingrid, who is my dog, and it tells the story of her journey from a tiny puppy all the way through her training to become a real life guide dog. It's incredibly powerful and emotional for me to get to share this with all of you now, since my vision has recently been able to be almost completely corrected, and Ingrid is going on 10 years old. So together we're going through our own periods of transition, and it's so exciting for me to immortalize not only this period in my life that was so formative, but also to enshrine Ingrid's story in a way that kids can be inspired by it for years and years to come. And I cannot wait to share this book with you when it hits shelves in the fall.
Hello, I'm Pasha Westbrook, the author of Braided Roots.
I'm Madeline Goodnight, and I am the illustrator.
Braided Roots is the story of a young girl whose single father lovingly yet painstakingly braids her hair while telling her the story of their enslaved ancestors who walked the Trail of Tears. Each strand of hair weave on their own, blend together in one strong whole. Braided Roots is a reminder to children everywhere that they are never alone, that they have at all times the fierce love of their ancestors behind them.
Pasha's writing was so beautiful and warm. It immediately struck me as I was reading the manuscript. I think through the art, I really leaned into the warmth and the storytelling that I felt in the writing, the DNA strands. I had so much fun drawing beautiful hair and how that wove into the illustrations.
I hope that Braided Roots touches your heart and helps you to feel loved in this world. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Rachel Michelle Wilson, and I'm the author and illustrator of To Catch a Ghost. This story began as a self-assigned art project inspired by the work of Coles Phillips. For an entire month, I played with negative space and visual humor, but I didn't have an actual story until about 2 months later, when I woke up in the middle of the night with an idea. What if I combine my ghost character with the high stakes of show and tell? At the heart of this story is a little girl who is determined to do anything to belong, including catch a ghost. But in order to build the perfect trap with the perfect bait, she has to get to know the ghost first. So when the big moment finally arrives, now she faces a moral dilemma. Sure, she can catch a ghost, but can she catch a friend? Guess you'll have to read the book to find out what she decides with show and tell on the line.